Hello everybody, my name is Fuzzy. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I owe you guys an apology, all 7 of my subscribers. Recently had a major transition in my IRL life. I've moved jobs and having to just catch up with the work. It's been a couple of late nights for the past 2 weeks, and then weekends just haven't been as free as I would have liked them to be. So I'm sorry. But it looks as though I finally got my shit together. So don't hold me to it, but I think as though we might be back to our regular schedule. If not 3 videos a week, at least 1 or 2. And then we will see how it goes from there. But anyway, not to make my problems yours, let's jump back into what the fuck Monica is doing with us this time. Alright, I can't remember what I'm saying yes to. This can't possibly go wrong. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Fuzzy. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the 2 of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. Oh, and for those of you, I didn't record my launch process. I didn't even get to say continue game. When I launched the game, this is literally where we began. Like, there is literally no more start screen to deal with. I worked so hard for this ending, Fuzzy. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. You wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. Kinda freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy way out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I can see it in those dead-ass eyes, girl. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Weird-ass fucking breathing happening in the background. Okay, well, I'm just gonna find the most abstract ones that don't make sense to you. So, not Monica, Dunk, and NK, and Ini, TNK. Well, she deleted Bay. That's why I'm not giving you the satisfaction of this bullshit. I don't want anything to do with you. Noka, that'll work. Ick, that's exactly what she is. Nina, 10 more to go. Damn it. Okay. Actually, no, in Annika. Let's go with Annika. Anna, Ika, Inik. Just choosing all the ones that have nothing to do with her actual name. And then this one. What happens next? Hi again, Fuzzy. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Ah, Fuzzy, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There's really no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy End. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be a part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. I mean, I still want to delete her character just to see what the fuck happens now. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Fuzzy? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Is this the game now? Completely removing my agency as a player? Is she the player and now I'm the game? What kind of fourth wall breaking bullshit, metaphysical ass, vile sorcery is this? Nothing. Anything? I am trying to fast forward, yes. I'm not bored, you fucking are. Oh gosh. Well, there's nothing to fast forward to, Fuzzy. It's just the two of us, after all. But aside from that, time doesn't really exist anymore, so it's not even gonna work. Here, I'll go ahead and turn it off for you. Listen here, let's get one thing straight. I can do whatever the hell I want in this relationship. You'll be a sweetheart and listen from now on, right? Thanks. Now, where was I? You were fucking staring into space. Doing absolutely... I'm gonna fast forward again! Okay, this came up when I tried to fast forward. Do you ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Like, you're just minding your own business and you realize you're really feeling very anxious? And you're sitting there like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start to think about all the things you might be anxious about. And that makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax a little. Besides, in this game, all our worries are gone forever. Fast forward! Fast forward! Fast forward! Fast forward! Feck! Right click! Left click! Spacebar! Escape! I can't save. I can quit. I can return. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time. I think it's time to find out what exactly happens when I delete her character file. No, wait, what? Oh, she actually says something. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled that whole thing a little more tactfully. You're not still hung up? Of course I'm fucking hung over it. You, like, made my best friend, childhood friend kill herself. Actually made me sad thinking about that again. I've kind of forgotten. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear, you sick bastard! But anyway, I know how much you cared about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. You know how Sayori is really clumsy? Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. Don't fucking tell me this shit, this is... You're supposed to jump from high enough that the rope snaps your neck, making it quick and painless. But she just used a chair, meaning she kind of just left herself to slowly asphyxiate. But a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope, trying to free herself. She must have kept at it all the way until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyway. Ah, man, you're just making me feel queasy now. I'm not happy with this. Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just her survival instincts kicking in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easier to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyway, right? It's not healthy to think about the things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not your fault that she killed herself. I may have exacerbated it a little bit, but Sayori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be if you had just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd all still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of it is... I can't read today, excuse me. But what's the point when none of it is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? The two of us, happily together. I mean, happily is a strong word. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing. I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Okay, so... I guess it's just a waiting game at this point. Do you ever just feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? I mean, everyday girl. I don't mean it like a suicidal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company, it's like you're completely replaceable. And the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that But the older I get, the more I realize that it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go and change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? It feels like I'm never gonna make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is just to be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify their reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive, and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? It's too early in the morning for this existential bullshit. I mean, this is also pretty meta, right? So I'm sitting here, I can't interact with this at all. I'm waiting on the whim of an agent outside of my control. So if you were to put yourself in the shoes of Monica in the game, if I was recording an episode and decided halfway through her dialogue that actually, you know what, I wanted to get up and make myself a cup of coffee, she would have no choice but to sit there and wait for me to get back. Nothing that she could do. We've effectively swapped roles. This is pretty good game making. Hey, what's your favorite game? You tell me, Monica. Mine is Doki Doki Literature. Of course it is. Ha ha ha, that was a joke. Fuck off. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. Well, if you go through my Steam library, you might see that I do have a couple of dating games. But they have been uninstalled because I finished them. What do you have to say about that? I literally wham bam thank you ma'am them and uninstalled them. Maybe I'll do the same with you. How does that make you feel, Monica? How does that make you feel? Looking at me with those dead ass eyes. Also, like, if we're gonna sit in space endlessly, can we just, like, go home and sit in space endlessly there? I don't know about you guys, but I've got very poor posture, and I don't have any bum to speak of. Like, I am an ironing board. Like, sitting on a wooden chair for the rest of eternity would absolutely suck. Fuzzy, do you get good sleep? I mean, depends on what drugs I'm taking. That was a joke, by the way. It can be really hard to get enough sleep nowadays. Especially in high school, when you're forced to wake up so early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better, since you probably have a more flexible schedule. I mean, college was better, because I could sleep in some mornings, but then again, deadlines were due, so I'd often be up until 4 in the morning anyway, and that doesn't constitute good sleep. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyway, for no real reason. Yep, that was me. Is that true? Anyway, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible short-term and long-term effects caused by lack of sleep. It seems like mental functions, health, and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think you're really great and wanted to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. Aww. Thanks. But again, let's get one thing clear, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So try to keep your sleep on track, okay? I'll always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put your own well-being before anything else. I mean, another point that we can make about good gameplay here is that in general dating sim games, they're obviously just stereotypes that you're chasing, and at the end of the day it's a happy ending because you either get to sleep with them or because you sort of reach the end of their arc and your characters come to the realization that they love each other and then they move on into a happy ending outside of your ability to play. Whereas now we've got this character who is actively giving me sentences. I mean, I know it's scripted, but the fact that she's actually worried, like, inverted commas, actually worried about my sleep pattern is something that, like, my actual real-life partner says to me. So, again, just breaking the norms and the fourth wall is turning out to be an exceptionally good way to play this game. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still somewhere in here. Don't you fucking dare touch Yuri's tea set. That shit is sacred now. It's a relic. Or maybe that got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too. But I always wonder with her, is it truly passion for her hobbies? Or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies, looking sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Fucking rude. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know? Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. I guess I never really thought of that. Well, there's no sense in thinking about it now, but if you still get to drink coffee, then that makes me a little jealous. Well, I'm having a nice cup of Earl Grey right now, so you don't gotta be jealous about that. Jealousy is a fantastic way to ruin a relationship, because it indicates a lack of trust. And if you can't trust me to not drink coffee without you, then I don't know how this is gonna work, girl. I wonder if I could change the script. Could I go into the game, find where Yuri says tea, and just change it to say coffee, and then like dramatically change the game? And then if I did that, would Monica's script change so that she could say, "Oh, I wish she would make tea once in a while, but I could have changed the script, yada yada yada." I'm gonna have to do a lot of research in the background after this. Hey, do you like horror? I mean, not at all. Ask Jackie. I'm a completely useless human being when it comes to horror films. Books are fine, because they don't jump scare you. I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. Why would you say that? Why would you say exactly what I just said? The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics, like dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and the characters, and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like, they know that something horribly wrong is hiding beneath the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Hahaha, don't worry. I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. I mean, I agree. I'm not a fan of horror. I am a very fight or flight kind of person, usually leaning towards the flight. So jump scares really get me going. Like, well, they don't get me going. They just get me. And I'm not a fan of it. We'll just see how long this goes for. I'm pretty sure eventually she should run out of text. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare who's we? I sat there with Yuri and had a fantastic moment. We made posters and shit. I mean, I know I was focused a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. It would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyway. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is. Gosh, it feels like I've kind of grown as a person ever since you've joined the club. You really helped inspire me to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason for me to love you. I mean, I'm not entirely sure this is love. This is like obsession, which is maybe just a more intense form of love. Okay, I think after this last dialogue box that's going to pop up, we're going to delete it and we're going to see what happens. Because this really could just go on forever. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their opinion as the superior one. That's kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you that the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because by saying that, it's like they're implying that you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt that I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read on this website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it into them or onto them. If you put in an active effort, to keep the discussion mutual and level, they usually follow suit. Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset, just from a disagreement. I can't read this morning. Wow. Plus, people will start seeing you as open-minded and a good listener. It's a win-win, you know. Well, I guess that would be Monica's debate tip of the day. Ha ha ha, that sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Well, she's not wrong. I definitely try and do this in my discourses. Okay, but I've had enough of this. I realize that this could go on and on forever, and I'll probably do more in my own spare time. But for now, we are going to navigate, if I can remember where it is. And characters. Alright, so we found it. There Monica is there. Again, excuse the Photoshop file. I don't know why. I think when I was trying to open the files, I accidentally set it to just always be opened by Photoshop, and that didn't work. Let's see, has she said anything? Yeah. Okay, after this, she's gone. I think the most important skill in life is being able to fake confidence. I'm pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you have it all together, that's a key part in getting people to respect and admire you. I think I got pretty good at that over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often. But because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when do you reach the point in a friendship where you can start expressing your vulnerabilities? Anyway, that's one reason I'm so glad I have you now. I feel like I'm a little bit less scared and alone when you're here with me. I mean, I hear that as well. Dollar what you must, and like, fake it till you make it. But at the same time, if you try too hard and people sort of pick up on that, and they will pick up on that eventually, you just get viewed as a fraud, and no one wants to be associated with a fraud. And at the same time, like, I personally don't try to hide my weaknesses. Like, I'll make them as apparent as possible to the people around me, just because I want them to know that I am fallible, and I often need help with things in life. So, some people find it endearing, some people find it annoying. That's just the way it is. Do you feel the same way? I really want to be that person for you. Well, Monica, it's been real, but you know what? The fuck out of here. What? Yes! Die, bitch! What's happening? What's happening? Fuzzy, what's happening to me? It hurts! Yeah, well, I mean, now you kind of know what Sayori and Yuri went through. It hurts so much. Help me, Fuzzy. Nope. Nope. Please hurry and help me. Help me. I'm not even shook. This is what you fucking get. Did you do this to me, Fuzzy? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything! I loved you so much, Fuzzy. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? No, this is fucking revenge for Yuri. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Is that really the end, Fuzzy? You completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Well, part of life is learning whose opinions not to give a shit about, Monica, and unfortunately you're one of them. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? I mean, you killed Yuri! And Sayori! And I mean, you deleted Natsuki and she was an angry little gnome, but like, she had feelings too. All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Uh-huh. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... Tell me. Say it. It's deplorable, despicable, obsessive. I've made up my mind. Fuzzy, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then really? Really? And then we've just got the 3. Okay, so let's discuss this quickly before we see what else has changed. I understand that I'm now supposed to feel bad, but the thing is that this is very much like the Snape-Lily situation in Harry Potter. Like, I don't understand why everyone is so up in arms about the fact that, Snape was actually such a good dude. He was obsessively in love with a woman, to like beyond the point of being creepy, and then he verbally and mentally abused her child for the rest, like for the entirety of his school career, simply because it wasn't his son, it was someone else's son. I'm sorry, that is not a redeemable characteristic. And as much as Monica now actually like didn't delete the other girls because she couldn't find it in herself to do it, the fact that she got rid of them in the first place in the ways that she did, hanging Sayori, like having Yuri stab herself, and for all I know, like Natsuki could have set herself on fire trying to make cupcakes. Like, that's unacceptable. I do not feel sorry. I do not accept Monica's affections. I'm glad she's gone. She was a cancer. And now I want to see if I start a new game, what happens. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friends. Friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey Fuzzy! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. She's on time, guys. She's on time. She wasn't late. She wasn't like depression napping in the morning. I feel very happy about this. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Fuzzy, are you proud of me? Huh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it, even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say it out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. I really am. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Fuzzy, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me that Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. That's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Huh? Fuzzy? What are you doing here? Well, I just, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Fuzzy that Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Fuzzy. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Fuzzy, don't tell me. That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? Ah. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wah! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So kawaii! Wow, those look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Fuzzy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. This is going to be interesting. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Okay, cool. So I think that was like her very first answer. And again, for those of you who are watching, if you guys feel the same and you enjoy like excessively well-written fantasy worlds that deal with unbelievably good characterization, I would highly recommend Dan Simmons' Endymion and Hyperion Saga. So it's Hyperion, Fall of Hyperion, Endymion, Rise of Endymion, and they just deal with characters, space and time in such a way like I have goosebumps thinking about it. Definitely going to be rereading them this year. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey Yuri, huh? Well, about, you know, the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So, if Fuzzy wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Fuzzy? Maybe, sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun, and we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. I mean, Sayori is just absolutely fantastic. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make 2 of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri... Huh? I have to read manga? Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. I do agree. You could find a great manga that you could enjoy. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I've realized my error. So, if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Ah, they're flourishing as friends. I'm so happy. Because, of course, like, when we were worried about Yuri in the last playthroughs, I'm sure you guys remember, Natsuki always said that she wanted to be better friends, but didn't know how to be. So, oh, this makes Fuzzy happy. Not at all. I always go alone, so, yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yeah, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Fuzzy. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori. Aw, Fuzzy. Don't say something like that, it's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you've joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey Fuzzy, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. Oh shit! That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Fuzzy. I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. Oh my fuck's sakes! I was getting so happy and I thought that this was just going to be a great opportunity for this to turn into a dating sim. And we've just replaced one fucking dictator with another. And you made me the happiest girl in the world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. F-O-R-E-V-E. No? I mean, I can't say no. Okay. What's happened? Oh shit! Monica's coming back from the grave. Guys, what the fuck is happening? This is an emotional roller coaster. I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. It's... Sayori just get fucking deleted again? I mean, her file's back. Okay, so we've got Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Fuzzy. Goodbye, Literature Club. And then Sayori gets taken out. Really? I was getting so happy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like
Monica.
at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it.
Okay.
So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all? Does my pen
Oh, I see. Okay, so the blanked out images are the ones that I didn't get the endings for. Because I'm getting all the colored versions of the ones for Yuri.
The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call
Special thanks, Monica and Fuzzy.
reality?
Fuck off with that.
Reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Well, Team Salvatore, you did an absolutely fantastic job. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my literature club. With everlasting love, Monica. Error. Script file missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. What? What? If we're going... Okay, I mean, we've got it here. So, it didn't really uninstall it. Okay, but I mean, okay, so that's done. So let's talk about that. Absolutely fantastic experience. Thank you for those who stuck around from start to finish. I did get a couple of goosebumps towards the end there. I got a lot of like Angel Beats vibes towards the end. like realization that existence is meaningless, but then still feeling sad when you lose people. Um, but for that short amount of time when Monica wasn't involved and everyone was just really happy, and there was character growth between Natsuki and Yuri, and so Yuri was doing better. I mean, obviously she was probably still depressed, but she was sort of finding reasons to get out of bed in the morning, which is a very good thing to be able to do. Um, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Very good twist, a lot of what the fuck moments, and I don't know, like Monica's sort of intervention towards the end once Sayori finds out. I'm not entirely certain that that's a redeeming act either. Like Sayori was never given the chance to decide on how she was going to use the power of realizing that the world was a farce. Um, like there's no guarantee that she would have deleted everyone the same way that Monica did, or the same sort of way where she just made everyone miserable. But on the like opposite end of the spectrum, you could say that like Sayori was possibly influencing them by making them happy, and this is obviously speaking as though they're real characters, and that this sort of thing is real and not just a pre-scripted video game. But if you've got someone intentionally making you miserable, that's like a horrible realization. But at the same time, someone like fucking with your mind to make you happy is just as a dystopian thought. 'Cause at the end of the day, there is no freedom. Um, you can't call yourself happy if you're being made happy by someone else. So yeah, very like I think you could definitely write like a really cool essay on this entire game. I'd highly recommend for anyone watching, if you're currently doing a sort of game design course, or if you're looking for a topic for a thesis, like take a look at this game. So many things that you could apply in terms of current narrative game theory, just like schisms between viewer expectation and like game presentation, pretty much. Ludonarrative dissonance is the one that I was talking about. So ludonarrative dissonance is when like the game is saying one thing, but your actions show that sort of the opposite happens. So in this case, it would be that the game is saying that my choices matter in the sense that like depending on who I choose, that's the person I should end up dating. But then the like my actions doing that just completely flip the game on its head and force said characters to just one by one be deleted or murdered. Very, very good game. If you haven't played yourselves, obviously there's a lot of stuff that I need to go back and do in my own time in terms of following the other characters' story arcs, and I've heard that there is a secret good ending. So if you guys would like to see that, please drop a message below in the comments, hit the like button. Let me know if you'd like to just see me sort of skip to trying to find the good ending, and to find the endings of the other characters. If not, I'll be doing that in my own time, I just won't record it, so that's also fine. Alrighty, but thank you for sticking around. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting. Special shout out and thanks to Nicola and Lauren. Nicola as my biggest fan, and Lauren as a fan who has been pushing me to create this content from the start. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video game series that we play, which I haven't exactly decided on what that's going to be yet. But anyway, enough rambling. Thanks guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!